Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the Statchat weekly AFL podcast. You're here with me, Josh, as well as Steve, Tazza, BT. We are previewing round 10 of the AFL season. We're going to start, though, with a segment. We like this segment, fellas. This has got a little bit of traction on the socials as well. It's called the Budget Team Builders. What we do is we give you a list of players right here. They've each got a dollar value associated to their name. It's your job to spend $10 to make the best team that you possibly can. And if you stay tuned to the end of this video as well, we'll give you a chance to win some Statchat merchandise for submitting your team, your best team, for $10. And BT, you've got the shirt sitting behind you right there, which is on offer.
Look at this lovely T-shirt.
Oh,
Nice and soft. Feels very good. You want one. You just want one.
That is prime merchandise and that is prime advertising right there. You'd love to see that. Now, BT, just so that people can see the shirt a little bit more, why don't you start us off?
The last time we did this, I had disappointed. I was very disappointed with my efforts. I did not put any effort into it, but this one's very tough. I went over this for quite a while. So
I put a bit of work into this, fellas. I hope you appreciate it. I tried to make it a real tough mix here.
Yeah, and there's some spuds in there, so which made it pretty hard. So, all right. So I've gone with the big 2 meter Peter at full forward. I think he's definitely picked up his game this season, and I can see him just keep improving. My centre half forward, I've gone with the big Texan. I think them two playing together. Well, that's a lot of long kicking there. Either of them can kick 60 plus meters easy. So forward pocket, I've gone with Castagna. Won the top in the league for forward pressure. So I think he's ranked third for pressure acts in forward 50. And then I've gone with the goalie as my half forward midfield player.
BT, can I just say right now, you have the best team. Hands down, I could not disagree with you at all. That is the perfect
That because you
team.
also chose that team?
You're 100% right, Steve. That's exactly
no way. I think we're going to let the viewers decide this.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. But I'm with you 100% there, BT. Love that lineup from you. Best value picks. Got to agree.
All right. Full forward, I'm starting with the reigning Coleman medalist. I'm going with Harry Mackay.
Yeah, nice.
He delivers in spades. Did it last year. Unfortunately, the big man's out for a while, but he takes my full forward position. I think you know where I'm going with my centre half forward.
Oh, don't do it. No.
I'm taking Toddy Marshall.
No. You're kidding me.
Mate, he is the second most accurate forward in the league this year.
Oh.
17 goals, 3 he's kicked. He is a man possessed. He is rejuvenated. He has taken Port from the bottom of the ladder. He's bringing him up. He's put him on his back. Dixon's gone. He said, you know what, boys, jump on. I'll take his. And he's firing.
When I edit this, Tazza, I will put a clip of you in the preseason absolutely trashing this bloke.
Marshall, he needs to perform. He's too weak in the contest. He just needs to show a bit of backbone in that forward 50. I'm happy to eat my words. I've said it multiple times. He's been so impressive this year. There was a couple of kicks on the weekend. Let's not get too sidetracked, but he has really kicked it up a notch. It's good. Anyway, moving on. Forward pocket, I'm going to go with BT, and I'm going Castagna as well. So I'm taking a couple of $1 there, and I'm going with my game winner in forward midfield, Toby Green. He's a game-winning beast. He can win a game off his own beat. Put him in the midfield, he'll grab you 30 if you give him enough chances. So that's my team.
Yeah, that was literally my other team I had. That was literally my other team. And I could not bring myself around to have Todd Marshall in there. I just could not.
It's the Port Adelaide bias is the only reason he's in there. But
didn't he kick 6 against the Eagles?
Yeah, he's had a couple of bags. That's 3 of the weekend. I think he had.
So 6 out of his 17 goals. So really,
he's in a rich vein of form, all right? I think he's kicked like 3 in the last 3 weeks, at least 3 in the last 3 weeks. Big test this week against the Cats, but I'll back him in.
He's got a low base. He's got a low base to compare to, right, from his previous season. So anything is up, Toddy.
He's a dead eye at the moment. he may not be getting. I mean, he's taken the most of his chances. That's all you can hope for.
All righty, very good. I like it. Steve, over to you. Who you got?
I've gone full forward. I took Casbolt. Sorry.
Don't mind this.
Yeah, he's kind of leading the charge at Gold Coast at the moment. 20 goals for the year, so he's doing all right. And I think for $2, it let me spend the money a little bit somewhere else. So I went with him at centre half forward. I went BT's man, Smoking Joe.
Yes.
Before he picked up his injury, he was absolutely killing it and just flying. So he goes straight in for me. And like the rest of his, Castagna goes in, and De Goey as well for me.
So let's talk about this, fellas, because are we severely underrating the forward pocket, or we just don't see the value in that position?
Try and work out how you could get Charlie Cameron in there at $5, but I just couldn't get him there. He's definitely the number one small forward in the comp for sure. If you had my man Jack Ginnivan in there at all, no matter what price, he was in my team. You could have put him at $7, $8, whatever. I would have just played just him. He would have been in there.
Wow.
But
yeah,
Castagna at $1 was I think the easiest pick there. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's probably he's in straight away.
Yeah, I agree. No matter what I did, or no matter what sort of combination of teams I tried to do, I just couldn't really go any further than Castagna at $1. I'd prefer to spend the money elsewhere.
There's 4 players there I don't think you'd touch. There's Walters, I'm not touching. Ugle-Hagan, I'm not going anywhere near. Even though I'd made a terrible bold prediction earlier in the year, but we'll forget about that. You're not going Darling, you're not going Bobby Hill. So if you're trying to go any of the guys up the top, you're really only limited to 1 or 2 cheaper picks.
You're not going Todd Marshall.
Oh. Well, let's just see see what the viewers like. I'm the reigning champion. Don't forget.
Can we just talk about how you put Pickett on the same level as Toby Green, Harry Mackay, and Joe Danaher? How was he the same price as these guys?
Well, I'm talking in terms of ranking your small forwards. Would you say that he's probably the second best, or certainly top 3 small forwards in the competition?
No, there's only Charlie Cameron, and then everyone else should be $1.
But
that's it.
That would go against the rules of the game, unfortunately, BT. So I can't help you.
That's where Jack Ginnivan should have been there at $3.
Okay. Well, we'll give you an option. We'll give you an option in the comments. If you want Jack Ginnivan for $3, we'll pay it. Right? We'll give it to you. So there's the actual smoky for you in the comments. Make sure you do leave your team below. There is a Statchat t-shirt on the line, as BT said. We did this competition a couple of weeks ago. Lenza was the winner of the competition. I don't know if he's received his shirt yet or not, but it is on the way. So, like I said, get your comments in. Let us know whose team as well you think is the best. Like we said, Tazza, he had the winning team last week. If you think it's me and BT, let us know. We'd like to hear about that and just get a little bit of validation of our own opinions. Alrighty, fellas. Next segment. This is BT's Game of the Week. BT, if you only got time to sit down and watch one game this weekend, what should you tune into?
Sit down, crack a beer, Friday night, Carlton versus Sydney. It's the only game to watch this whole round. Every other game's pretty shit, so tune into Friday night. Yeah, this is massive. This is out of these 2 teams, and probably St Kilda, who's going to get that 4th spot. So these are crucial wins right here. It's reasonably close on average on most stats, but the one that stands out when I was going over all the stats was Carlton's uncontested possession. They averaged 34 more than Sydney do, which is, I did not expect that. That's a big margin. They averaged 7 more contested as well, which I didn't expect that. I thought Sydney's contested game is pretty good. But then you look at the players Carlton have, you understand why their contested is so high. Other than that, it's pretty reasonable, pretty close. Sydney average a little bit more points, but not too much. And I think it's just going to be a crack game. At Marvel, I think it suits probably Carlton a little bit more, but it should be a good game.
Obviously, Harry Mackay out for this, Steve. What do you think that does for Carlton and how they structure up in the forward line? He's obviously the reigning Coleman medalist for a reason.
Yeah, that'll definitely hurt him a little bit. They've got the other bloke up there, Charlie Curnow. Yeah, like he's firing on all cylinders as well. So yeah, it'll hurt him, but it's not the end of the world. I think we've spoken about before, Sydney's defence is what probably lacks a little bit for them. So they could definitely still do some damage. But But yeah, it's going to be a good game. I mean, in football or soccer terms, we use the term 6-pointer. This is certainly one of those games. You can really stretch out Carlton between the rest of the pack, and likewise, it can catch Sydney up. So it's a big game.
Tazza, talk to us about the Sydney midfield, certainly led by Callum Mills, who you'd be well aware has been phenomenal in the past 4 weeks.
He was insane on the weekend. 13 tackles. That tackling pressure. I mean, Sydney v Essendon, he almost halved Essendon's tackle count.
That's
It's
unreal.
just the manic pressure that Sydney put on it's quite intense, and led with Luke Parker in there. Rowbottom misses this week with the hit on Merritt, but there's so many guys that can run through that midfield. Chuck Heaney in there, he's a ball winner when he's on. But it's a young midfield with a bit of experience. Josh Kennedy, who just passed the record for the most contested possessions in history.
It's a great stat.
It's big. I mean, that's the contested GOAT, you'd almost call him. He's right up there. So there's some huge names, young guns. I mean, both midfields stacked right now. So I think the battle will be won and lost in there for me.
BT, talk to us as well a little bit about the Swans and their forward line. Obviously pretty buddy dominant still, which is a little bit surprising given his age. But, I mean, besides Heaney, I mean, where else do they really go for forward avenues?
Yeah, they're relying a lot on these midfielders to kick their 1 or 2 goals. So if Mills can pop up, Papley hasn't hit the form once he's come back in. So if he can start kicking a few more goals, Hayward, he kicks 1 or 2 a game. And you're relying on like Chad Warner, and this is what they're relying on, and that might be their downfall. You got Logan McDonald, obviously he's a young fella, and he doesn't have the size, so he gets pushed off the ball pretty easily. Tom Hickey, he kicked a couple on the weekend as well, but yeah, that's where they need to find. They need that key forward, and that's where they're lacking. And I think the defense of Carlton might wrap them up this weekend. I don't think they're going to kick a big enough score, Sydney.
So, BT, sounds like you are going with Carlton. That's your tip?
I think pretty comfortably. I think they're going close to 40 plus.
Ooh, that's I'm not going to call that bold, but it's a very interesting pick. I like it. Tazza, your tip?
Yeah, I'll take Carlton. Being at Marvel, I think under the roof there, they'll get the job done.
Yeah, 3 from 3 for me, mate. No, Carlton as well.
Make it 4 from 4. Clean sweep on the Blues. If you're a Blues fan, you're in the comments. Let us know. If you're a Swans fan and you disagree with us, we want to hear from you. Let us know why. Let us know why you have the faith in the Swans, because even though it's a clean sweep for the 4 of us, we all think this is going to be a very good game. Looking forward to watching that one on Friday night. We pick BT. Alrighty, fellas, it's that time. It's our favourite segment. We love this one. Bold predictions. We're looking for some very skeptical, interesting predictions, and we're looking for some correct ones. Because, fellas, we haven't been going very well. Although, Steve, you were pretty close last week. You were our man that gives the verdicts on whether a prediction's bold enough or not. And last week, you really showed us why you're the man that holds that mantle.
Yeah, we finally got one right. I won't take all the credit. BT picked it too. But yeah.
Well, you were close. You had to give an exact margin. You were pretty close.
I think I said 23 points, I think, and it was something in the 30s, I believe. So not too far away. Not too far away. So who's going first?
Okay. We're going to the Cattery. Geelong v Port.
Here we go.
Backing my boys. My boy Toddy.
Oh no. Don't
Yeah.
tell me.
If you're not gonna, if you say he kicks anything less than 6, I don't want to hear it.
Oh my god! You guys don't even rate him, and you think he's gonna. And
You just barked him up the biggest tree in the yard, mate, saying he's back on form.
Look, I'm gonna say I think Dixon might be back this round. I think he's gonna be back with a bang. Him and Marshall are combining for 9 goals.
9.
And Port Adelaide win.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Surely that's bold enough.
Surely you can just make an even 10.
Oh, but that's really stretching it. All right, go 10, whatever.
The peer
Surely,
pressure
come
got
on.
him.
We got him. We got him. Yeah, that's bold enough. I don't see that happening.
Well, that's why it's bold.
Yeah, I know.
So it's definitely bold if you don't see it happening.
Yeah,
Can't
not
complain
wrong.
with that one.
Pick
I'll
that
go
back
for
up.
mine. I've gone something a little bit different. So mine's across the whole round. I've gone the total points for the whole round combined. That's what I've gone now. I've gone over every round so far. It took me quite a while and I added up. So I've gone each round, and so the highest so far was round 5. Total points was 1,605. That was the total points across the whole round. And I reckon this round we're cracking the 1,700 mark. You're going over 1,700.
You can't just bamboozle us with numbers here. I mean, we're trying to get a gauge on where that's roughly at. You know.
Well, okay, here we go. If it goes over 1,700, it'll be the 15th highest in the last 10 years. I saw that stat today. So 15th in the last 10 years.
Okay. So
who's kicking the majority of those goals, of those points?
It's just there's a lot of games I think are going to be reasonably high scoring. You've got like
Melbourne.
You got a Melbourne game, yeah. And then you got Friday night, could be reasonably high scoring. Adelaide game, Brisbane game. I think it's going to be a reasonably high scoring round.
I mean, that's crazy. That's mad.
I mean, to back that up, I mean, as you get into the season in winter, it gets more contested. It's wet ball, which is conducive to less scores. So that would go against your call, which would make it even more bold.
How many games at Marvel?
Oh,
there's 3. I think there's 3 nearly every round, isn't it?
Only 2.
It's only 2?
Only 2 this week.
There we go.
yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a UTAS game in there, so generally I think there's a few bit of scores in there.
I'm telling you, it's happening. This is the one where it's spot on. I've got it. And I'm bragging. I'm bragging. As soon as this hits, we'll come into the last game, need like 120 points. We'll cruise through. I'll be on the group chat talking shit.
We did it, boys. We finally got one.
Well, that'd be 2 in a row for you. So that'd be good. That'd be good. I'll allow it, and I like it because it's different. It's way out there from what we've had so far. So good stuff.
And it took me a while to come up with all those stats. I spent time.
Nice.
All right, you ready for mine, Steve? BT mentioned UTAS, the old York Park. That's where I'm heading to. And the last few weeks, you would have noticed I like to go with a bit of like a record, like a never happened before, a grounds record. And that's where I'm going for the UTAS stadium. Now, I'm not going with the record goals kicked at UTAS because that was 13 by Buddy in the famous 13-13 game. So I'm not going that bold. But what I am going with is the record for an away team for one player to kick goals. So this is Brisbane versus Hawthorn at UTAS Stadium. Charlie Cameron is going to set the new record for goals kicked by an away team. He's going to have 8. Previous best was 7 by Corey Jones, North Melbourne, back in 2007.
I have no idea who that is.
I have no clue who that. I've never heard of that name.
There you go. That's my bold prediction. 8 goals for Charlie Cameron, and the Lions win. I think that's obvious. That doesn't really need a kicker. But.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like I said, I think I said last week, anytime a record is broken from someone, that's pretty bold, pretty big. And since 2007, I think, did you say 2007? Been a while.
2007, so 15 years ago. And just for reference as well, Charlie Cameron's biggest ever goals haul for a match is 6. He's only done that twice. So we're going double record territory, Steve, here. I mean, this is bold, mate. This is bold.
Yeah. No, it's good. That's good from you, mate. That's good from you. I like yours. Yours are. You never know what you're going to get with Josh. I don't know what you boys think, but sometimes it could be. Sometimes you'll get a real out there and a bold one, and then you get a little one that you got to tweak a little bit. But
yeah, sometimes it's a little bit of hits and misses. Bit of hits and misses. Right?
Good, very good. All right, mine's almost so bold that it's just downright stupid.
We love this.
I just have a gut feeling. As soon as I had a look at the fixture, I just have this feeling. All right. And all right, I know you're gonna laugh just at the first part, but I'm going that the Eagles are actually going to beat the Giants here.
Oh,
They're going to get a second win. I don't know. I just have this feeling the Giants they're just going to struggle in the first game without the new coach. And to back the margin again, this maybe is a little bit stupid, but they're going 40 plus margin.
Oh no! Jesus. I don't think the Eagles have actually kicked 40 points for the last month.
Yeah.
So this is the time to happen. Look, they might win 40-0. You know. And I got a third parter.
Oh wow.
Greg Clark, Subiaco guy, boy down here, third AFL game. So he's getting a career high, which is not hard, I suppose, after only three games. But he's hitting at least 25 disposals and 2 goals for himself. He's kicking his first 2 goals.
Wow.
Okay.
You're just adding on top of it. Anything else?
Stop. No, that's it. No, I'm done.
You don't want Jack Darling to kick 10?
Oh, Jack Darling's dog shit.
The funny thing is, it's going to be a wet weather game. So apparently it's pissing down as well. So for them to win 40 plus in a wet weather game.
Might actually give the Eagles a chance to win, actually. It's funny you talk about, like, you know, the caretaker coach, because I haven't looked at the stats, but I seem to remember that the first game for a caretaker coach, generally the team actually goes pretty well. So that would actually be bold for them to lose. That would be going against the stats.
I mean, I don't want to keep on bringing references from football or soccer, wherever part of the world you're from, but you see it there. It happens all the time. A manager gets sacked and a new coach comes in, and then they go on this big bounce and they do really well. So I don't know what happens. Just I suppose the players are getting around the change, but not for me this time. It's not going to happen here.
Yeah, that's bold. That's very bold.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
I did say at the start that was borderline stupid.
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly what it is.
Yeah,
it's not borderline. It's just plain stupid.
Oh, very good. Well, if you've got any stupid predictions as well in the comments, we'd love to hear those. Make sure you comment them below. Make sure that Steve isn't on his own with the stupid calls. Nice work, fellas. Nice little quick, short, sharp preview video. We like that. If you've liked the video, make sure you subscribe. We're really appreciating all the support we're getting on the channel. Aside from that, that's about it from us. Let's wrap it up. Let's get it done. Get out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.